Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream in which I will do some work on my tiling window manager for Windows, which is called Komorebi. And yeah, let's get into it. It has been a minute. Um, Today or tonight rather, I wanted to take a stab at an issue that was raised on the Discord. So I'm just having a look now. And two people reported that when in monocle window mode, it's not possible to have the focus shift to a sibling display monitor. So maybe I can demonstrate here, right? I have two windows open. Let's imagine that this window here on the left is in monocle mode, and this window here represents, I don't know, a window on an adjacent monitor. So people are saying that when you are here, you cannot focus across the monitor boundary to the window on the other monitor if this first window is in monocle mode. So why don't I'm going to stop what I'm currently running, and I am going to run a development version of Komorebi. So let's just get that running and compiling, and we will be able to have a look at the logs that will show us exactly what is happening as we do different commands, and see if there is a little bit of there's a little bit of information that can point us in the right direction. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. The frick? As such, viewers will experience buffering. Wow. I hope you're not experiencing buffering. I am the only one at home, and I am the only one using the internet. Okay, let's see if this improves. If not, it may work out better to just watch this a little bit later once it is uploaded as a video. Okay, so alright, after a little bit of screen rearrangement, we now have a development version working. So if I go and focus to the right, you can see that this focus change event was called focus window right. So I have actually another display over here, and I'm going to try and so I'll put this in monocle mode, and I just tried doing that command again, and we can see ignoring command while active window is in monocle mode or maximized. Let's try that again. Yeah, a bunch of times. So that is definitely the issue. So I think, where can we start looking at this? Process command. So it's probably here in the process command file. And what is the command is the focus command, right? So focus. Too many focus commands. I think it was one of the first ones I implemented. Promote focus window. There we go. Focus container in direction. All right. So we take a look in this function, and we can see right here is the culprit ignoring command while active window is in monocle mode or maximized, and we have this nice little helper function on the workspace that is telling us whether the currently focused window container is in monocle or maximized mode. Alright, that's a good start. did have a bottle of water. Here we go. So, let's take a look at what this is doing. As soon as we receive this command, we're going to try and handle unmanaged window behavior. That's something else. We don't need to worry about that. We get the focused workspace. And let's say we're not going to worry about this, right? So if we were not worrying about this, we would start focusing the container. We would get the new index for the container in this operation direction, which could be left, right, up, or down. And this is an optional usize. So if there is no container in that direction for this workspace, we're going to look for the monitor in that direction, right? Otherwise, we're going to bail out. So I think we have pretty much everything we need here, right? So if our currently focused window or window container is either a monocle window or a maximized window, that means it will not be possible to have a new index for that direction on the same monitor, because that one window container is taking up the entire work area of that monitor. So basically what we want is something like, I don't know, if maximized or monocled, new index should be none, right? Something like that. So all right, so let's try that, right? So we'll make this variable mutable. Yeah, we'll make that mutable, and then we'll say if workspace is focused window monocle or maximized, and if it is, we can set new index to none. Yeah, I think that's right. And then since it will be none, it will fall into the none arm of this match expression. And yeah, I think that should work. I have it is more idiomatic to write. Okay, that is not actually valid, Rust. I think if we get rid of the mutable annotation here. Okay, so what is that refactoring? If workspace is focused window monocle or maximized, if it is monocle or maximized, set none. Otherwise, new index for direction. Yeah, I think that's pretty legit. All right, let's try that. Okay, so we'll do just info again. Let that recompile. Okay. Alright, so now I set that to monocle mode again, and I'm going to try moving right onto, or focusing rather, right onto the next monitor. And that worked. That is pretty cool. Alright, so I think this is like half of the way there, right? So this function is focused window monocle or maximized. Essentially, we need to go through everywhere that this is used, and we need to apply the same logic, basically. So let's see. I think that is the one that we just, right? Yeah. So we'll go to this, which is the next time it is used in move container in direction, which is called when we receive the move command from Komorebi C. So yeah, let's take a look. It looks very, very similar. Okay, so right now we're bailing out early. Then here we're doing a bunch of other stuff, but essentially, let's look at this. I'm so glad sometimes when I leave these comments because I have no idea when I look at this code even after like a month. Alright, if there is nowhere to move on the current workspace, try to move it onto the monitor in that direction if there is one. Okay, yeah. So we want to fall down into this none arm, right? That is what would approximate the behavior that we just set up in the focus command. So I've just copied that over, and in this case, variable is called target container index. And we want to do the same thing, right? So we're not going to use this, but we're going to have a look, and if our focused window, is either in monocle mode or it's a maximized window, then we already know that it's a none, right? Because it's taking up the entire work area of the monitor that it is on. Otherwise, if it's not, then we can go through this whole new index in operation direction path. So I think that's it. Let's get rid of this, and let's recompile again. Okay. Here we go. Whoa, what the frick? Alright. That is not what I want. Why are you doing that? This is the problem when you rice things break. Yeah, I'm using Explorer Patcher. Let me just get that up here. Explorer Patcher by ValleyNet, and it allows some stuff with the Windows taskbar, but more often than not, it does have certain issues, like you can't see, but on the next monitor display, my taskbar, my stop bar at the bottom, it will just move sometimes on the primary display. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. I may actually just stop using it because it happens so often that it is more hassle than it's worth. Alright, so as a result of that, a whole bunch of stuff is broken, so let's rerun. There we go. So what did I want to see? So I want to put this in monocle mode. Actually, let me put this one in monocle mode. And I want to make sure that this gets sent correctly to the next display monitor, the one on the right in my setup. So let's go. Well, it worked, but it focused the wrong window. Alright, let me, damn, there's so many damn bugs here. I don't even know where to start. Okay, then that should go back there. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so you should go. Nope, that is not what I wanted either. What the hell? Alright, some things are a little bit weird here. I'm not quite sure why. Let's kill this. Why don't I try installing this and then running it? think I messed anything up. So there was another move container in cycle direction, but I'm not calling that path at all, actually. Let's see. Hey, Zach Langston, how do you get that nice dock? Sorry, the comments are on the other monitor that I'm not looking at that much. So the nice dock is a combination of a bunch of things. So I have rounded TB. So I'm gonna close rounded TB for a second. And actually, I think it is just rounded TB that I'm using. Right, so let me do Komorebi minus A. Alright, so rounded TB is a pretty sweet little ricing plugin. So without it, I just have like the standard basic thing here. And then when you turn it on, it does this, right? And I think it's a little bit obscured by the the image of me, but I also have this on the right side. And there is another one. I'm not sure if it's by the same person. Floating TB. Yes, it is by the same person. No, I don't think it was that one. Was it translucent TB? Translucent TB or transparent TB? Yeah, translucent TB. Which also allows some really cool stuff with the translucency. But even though I try and keep it simple, it is not really that simple, as you can see, and it breaks. It's not super reliable, so I'm just going to round my taskbar again, and I wonder if I can just... I don't even know how to show the damn settings. Anyway, yeah, it is rounded TB. This one by Torch GM. Alright, so I got Komorebi up and running again. So now, how should I send this? So I have some errors, which I guess are helpful. What were those errors? I could not set its foreground window, but continuing. Cannot create a file when that file already exists. Where am I even creating files, dude? Process event access is denied. You know what? This happens sometimes with IntelliJ, unfortunately. So let me just get this restarted, and maybe that'll help. This one I don't need. Oh, come on, dude. Why you gotta be like this? I swear to God, I should just develop everything in Vim. What's this one? Yeah, I don't need that one. Okay. One more time for good luck. Which also doesn't get managed. What does get managed? Chrome, maybe? Okay, yeah, so let's monocle mode Chrome. I think the wrong thing is getting focused, which is annoying. All right. Let me undo that change then, and move container in direction. I think I have missed something fundamental here. Yeah, I must have done. Alright, let's... Okay, we want to revert this, and we want to revert this. Alright, let's move through step by step. So the origin container index is what we currently have focused. Origin monitor index is what we currently have focused. New index for direction. Remove all of that. Alright, so I wonder if what's this new index for direction function do? Because it's returning an optional, right? Direction, destination, and that's returning another optional. So layout, index, and direction, which is implementing this. This is for if it is a valid direction. You know, maybe I am overcomplicating it, and I don't even need to worry about that. So let me try that on both of these. Yeah, let me try that on both of these. Alright, but we're just gonna ditch that. Okay. Let's recompile. Okay, so if we do this. Aha, that works. I was overcomplicating it. Okay, so that works pretty smoothly. I'm not even sure why the hell I did that in the first place. Let's see if we can find out. This is in Window Manager. I mean, there must have been a reason. Line 1084. Oh, God, I hate this new search. Can I do a get blame? Do I have a reason why I did this? Apparently this was a fix. Well, I should have probably done a bit more documentation. Maybe it's because this move behavior is broken. Let's see. Alright, so I got that in monocle mode again. Pew. God damn it. Yeah, that's not doing what I want. I think that is exactly why I didn't do that. I used to go here. Alright, so maybe I should just remove it on the focus, since that seems okay. And I'll leave a note for myself. Removing this messes up the monitor container window index somewhere and results in the wrong window getting moved across the monitor boundary. Okay. And then I guess the last use of this is in move in cycle direction, which, ooh, I don't think move in cycle direction, no, this one does not consider moving across boundaries because it's just in a cycle direction, of the current workspace, the current monitor, so it's just going to cycle back to the start. Okay, I'll take a little win. I'll take yeah. Yes, let's just format that and make sure Clippy doesn't have anything to say. Let's see, I'm going to get rid of that. So you can see this is a fix on the window manager. Allow cross monitor focus with monocle makes containers. Yeah, I should write a message, right? After seeing that I initially fixed this without leaving a message, and now I have no idea why I did that. This commit removes the focused window monocle maximize check when it's here, right? When trying to focus a container in a direction that requires the focus to cross a monitor boundary. Unfortunately, trying to apply trying to remove the same check from the move command results in undesired behavior and in particular with regards to the so hard to write commit messages. Results in undesired behavior. The wrong window gets moved. The state gets funny on both the origin and the destination monitor. No breaking changes. I don't think there's an issue for this. Let's just tidy this up. Allow cross monitor focus with monocle max. Alright. And we can push that. So I believe that was Tana and max attacks on on the Discord. That should get you guys half of the way there, at least with regards to focusing across monocle containers. So I'm just going to install that for myself. And let's just start this up. Nice. And that should now be building. Sweet. So another thing that I saw in the issues that I thought, this is maybe something I could take a look at, was this issue, which is adding cycle direction to move and send commands across workspaces. So if we take a look at these commands, we should have move container to workspace number, move container to we should have send container to workspace number, right? And actually none of these commands have cycle directions. I think we can maybe do two things here, right? So we can start with adding cycle focus workspace. Yeah, let's start with that. And once we have cycle focus workspace, we do have that. What am I doing? Okay, where is that cycle focus workspace? Oh damn, we got comments. For days. Alright. This is to ensure that even on an empty workspace on a secondary monitor, the secondary monitor where the cursor is focused will be used as the target for the workspace switch op. Okay, I think that makes sense. So we get the focus monitor, and then we're doing next index. Okay. So we can basically use this next index. We've got all of that figured out for our ring data structure. Alright, let's rock and roll. So move container to, so what was this person saying? Blue drink 9. So move container to, so I guess this is going to be something like move container to workspace direction. Yeah. Move container to workspace in direction. Okay, and then instead of having a workspace index, we are going to have a cycle direction. And so I guess we want to do the same thing for send as well, right? Do send container to workspace in direction, and that will be a cycle direction. Alright, so let's just do a little check, and we should get some errors now because we have not handled these new variants of this socket message enum. So we're gonna head over to process command, which is where we handle all that good stuff. And we will have move container to workspace in direction, and this is gonna be a direction. So if I now go back to cycle focus workspace, so the next workspace index, oh god, I think we're gonna need to copy paste a whole bunch of this. Alright, let's just take this and see what we need to do with it. Alrighty. So move container to, ultimately we want to call this at the end, right? Like we want to figure out what is the workspace that it needs to be moved to based on this direction, and then we want to do it. So the very, oh, it's already there. But yeah, that's going to be the very last command. Monitor index from current position. Alright, that's legit. Do I really want to focus the monitor? If it's already focused. I mean, I guess there's a... Oh, wait, so if this is not a valid, I'll throw an arrow. Alright, why not? So, then we get the focus monitor based on the monitor index. You know, we don't need that. We self-focused monitor. I'm probably gonna live to regret this. Alright, so let's say focused monitor is just using this help function. We take it for granted that this is to ensure that even on an empty workspace on a secondary monitor, the secondary monitor was, it could be an empty workspace, but you know, we'll just see what happens. So we've got the focused monitor, right? And from a focused monitor, you want to get the focused workspace index and the length of those workspaces. And then we can use this workspace index to just call the same command that we're calling here anyway, which is awful and slow. I don't actually use workspaces so much, so I imagine, you know, I can see it being awful and slow. So let's do some copy pasta. We're gonna do the same thing, right? And so the difference between the move container and the send container commands is one of them will follow the focus to that workspace. So if I were to say send this current window, if I, let's say, move this current window to workspace 2, this window would still be in focus and I would be on workspace 2. Whereas if I use the send command, send this to workspace number 3, this window would no longer be in focus. I would still be on my current workspace, and this would only appear again if I manually switched to workspace 3. Where was I? Alright, so I was going to do some copy pasta. This is going to be a send now. Move container works. Alright, let's move this up here. Alright, and so now I think essentially anything we need to care about is this. Alright, yeah, like it's annotated for us thanks to IntelliJ Rust. So the only difference here is that this follow parameter is set to false. So that looks pretty cool. We are, however, though, only a portion of the way to where we need to be. Because although this socket message can now be acted upon, we have not yet added it to Komorebi C, which is what we're going to do now. Cycle focus. I have so many macros that I don't even remember anymore. God damn it. Generate workspace subcommands. These are all expecting. You know what? Let's just generate enum subcommands. I think we can generate this. Yeah, I think we can generate this. Okay, so move container to workspace in direction. So I'm gonna just have a look what the current commands are formatted as. Move to workspace, send to workspace. And the ones that are using cycle direction, where are you? Here you are. So cycle focus, cycle move. I guess I should prefix it with cycle. Cycle send to monitor. Oh, sorry, cycle send to workspace. Cycle move to workspace, because you have cycle focus and cycle move. Yeah, I can live with that. Cycle move to workspace and cycle move to cycle send. Cycle send to workspace. Why are you giving me grief? Oh, good. Move to workspace, send to workspace. Because cycle move to workspace, cycle move to. Okay, that's cool. And now we need to go into our sub command and add these variants. Move to workspace. So this is going to be cycle move to workspace, and this parameter is now generated for us from that macro to the workspace in the specified direction. Cycle send to workspace will come here. Why did I do that? Send the focus window to the workspace in the specified direction. Very nice, very nice. Allora, now yeah, it's giving me errors because these are not handled in the main command loop. So send to workspace, let's just add it underneath here, right? Cycle send to workspace. So then what is the socket number going to be? Send container to workspace and direction. Yeah, I might rename these. Alright, let's just get it working. It's not target, it is cycle direction. Cycles, and that's going to be cycle move to workspace. And here we're going to have move container to workspace and direction. So let me just have a look at the socket naming here. So we've got cycle focus window, cycle send container. Oh, I should keep it consistent. All right, let's rename this. God damn it, cycle send container to. This one was move, wasn't it? Alright, cycle move container to workspace. Alright. Why not? Why not? The latest update of IntelliJ keeps doing this. It's very frustrating. Whenever I hit my rename keybind, it replaces the existing text with the I character. Very annoying. Okay, let's format that, run Clippy. Okay, so let's Komorebi stop. Let's how should we do this? Alright, let's run that with the debugging here. You know what, I gotta figure out why the display goes crazy when I do this. Oh shit, I know why. Need to add the wait flag. I think that should help. Very nice, very nice. So let's open a new terminal window here. Hit up Komorebi C, and we should have cycle move to workspace. Move the focused window to the workspace in the specified direction. So let's try this out. Komorebi C cycle move to workspace. Let's get help. And then so I only have one. Alright, so this requires another workspace to already exist. So I'm going to create workspace number 2, and then I'm going to come back to workspace number 1. Then I will cycle move to next workspace. Sweet. And now that is on workspace 2. So that same logic, if I now do Komorebi C cycle move to workspace. Previous. Very nice. I like it. And so I was talking a little bit earlier about the difference between the cycle, between the move and the send commands, right? So the move command follows the focus. So I moved that and the focus went with it into workspace number 2. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send this to the next workspace and it will disappear from here, right? In theory. Okay. That is gone. And now if I switch to the next workspace, it is there. If I do a send to previous, then I have, this is workspace 2 that is empty. I go back to workspace 1 and it needs a little bit of it needs a little bit of love, but I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm happy committing this, and let me assign myself. I'm happy to commit this and see what Blue Drink 9 thinks. Yep. Actually, what does the help look like on this command? It's generated. Send the focus window to the workspace in the specified direction. I think you should say cycle direction. Yeah, it should. What's going on here? Cycle move to workspace. And specify. Do I say cycle direct in the given cycle direction? Consistency, my friends. All about consistency. Alrighty. Yup. It's looking good. Let's just install that again. The install target, I guess, in my just file, it copies over the latest version of komorebi.lib.ahk. So that will also get updated here. Nice and slow. Which reminds me, there's actually another, so here we go. This is what I was talking about. So this gets automatically generated and pulled in for me into the library so that people can use it. I was going to say that I am reminded of another update that I need to make to the Readme. We can do that after we commit this, right? So let's... this is a feature on the window manager. Move send container to by cycle direction. This commit introduces 2 new commands, which will allow the user to move or send the currently focused window to either the previous or let's say next or previous workspace, depending on the cycle direction. Yeah, that's pretty good. Breaking changes, no. It does impact an open issue, and that issue is 297. Yeah, let's wait for some feedback on this one before closing it. Move direction, let's say. I like to keep them all within the recommended short message length by Git. Cool. Let's push that. I should have just. Okay. It's always so weird resizing when I don't have the window manager running. This looks horrible. Blue drink of night. I mean, what was the name? Silico Biomancer. That's pretty cool. I'm also fond to a little bit of biopunk now and then. I've added 2 new commands to address this. Cycle move to workspace and cycle send to workspace. Give them a try and let me know what you think. Yeah. Cool. And so the thing that I wanted to update here was that we had a user in the Discord the other day, and he was trying to install via winget, and you can see that the example configuration is the bit where the README says, hey, you can download these example configs to get up and running. They're all under all under the scoop header. So I want to separate this out. I want to separate it out just so it's a little bit less confusing. Let's go to the README. Okay, why not? Scoop. Oh God. I do not understand why people do this. Why designers do this. Okay, so I'm very used to clicking here. I know I can learn the shortcut, but I'm so used to clicking here to minimize the terminal, but they just made it not visible until you start to go there. Why? Just why? Like, discoverability means nothing to anybody anymore. Anyway, that aside, getting started, you can get GitHub releases, winget, scoop, building from source. And you know what? I am going to put a header here. Example configurations. Oh, no, that's not where it needs to go. It needs to go under here. Example configurations. Alright, that is not supposed to be there. PowerShell. To download example configurations from this repository, which will work regardless of your installation method. You may run the following commands in a PowerShell prompt, or at a PowerShell prompt. I should say what they do, I guess. These commands will ahk Komorebi c.lib.ahk and Komorebi.generated ahk files from the master branch of this repository and save them to your home folder, home directory. Okay, I think this needs an extra. Let's say using example configurations. God, this is so slow. Oh, this is so slow and laggy. Alright, so GitHub releases, winget, scoop, building from source, and then using example configurations. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's run prettier on that. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, let's commit this. Send it docs, readme. Oh my god, commit messages are so hard to come up with. Highlight. And dedicated section for example config. Add section for example config. Yeah, that's cool. Alrighty. It has been an hour, and I am I'm pretty tired, so I am gonna call it a night. Thank you very much for watching along, the people who did watch along. Thank you very much for watching in the future, people who will be watching in the future. Once again, this tiling window manager for Windows is called Komorebi. This is where you can find it on GitHub, and you will also have links in the video. If you like the software, if you find the software useful, if you can't live without the software, after making a charitable donation, which is what I suggest people do if they have a little bit of money. If you've done all of that and you still feel like actually sponsoring the project, GitHub sponsors is enabled. Anything that you can donate, I guess it's technically a donation. Anyway, anything that you can give is much, much appreciated. Come and hang out on the Discord. We have, God, how many people do we have in the Discord now? 57 plus 211 plus 2. Like, we got a whole bunch of people. People sharing desktops, people helping each other out, people developing stuff. It's a very nice, friendly community for people who are interested in desktop customization. And of course, if you have any questions, if you're having any trouble, please stop by. I will try and help. Other people will try and help. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you there. All right, folks, have a good night, and until next time.